Breaking Big Finish news. Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill join the Big Finish family.
Oh, this was an unexpected surprise, wasn't it?
I guess it links with the date, the 13th of July. Um,
Mm.
we had
It
the
all makes
9th of
sense.
August for Eccleston, so yeah.
Yeah, not just the 13th Doctor, but Yaz as well. We've got a
Yes.
duo coming together here for 12 stories starting in July 2025. And then it seems so it's individual releases priced at 11.99 for CD, so they're bumping the price up a bit there. 9.99 for download. And yeah, it's one every 2 months for
Which I think's
24
good,
months.
which is brilliant,
Yeah,
really.
keeps it regular, keeps it going.
And
I
that's
mean, no,
that's the exciting thing.
yeah, no story details yet, but that's kind of what we expect at this point for a new Doctor announcement. When it was Eccleston, it was
Yeah,
just, the big news is
they're back.
who's coming. Yeah, it's always like a Saturday or a Sunday as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Eccleston was a Sunday.
Yeah, ironically enough. Whereas Jodie, the Sunday
Really
Doctor,
dogs.
I guess, gets a Saturday announcement.
um, But it's wonderful that Jodie's doctors bypassed the Chronicles, so we've been
Yeah,
spared. We've been spared that. So it's nice to get original 13 stories, and I think
no, no
there
Nick
is
Briggs Yorkshire accent.
brilliant. Um, so yeah, I think Gaz and 13. There's so much we can explore there. We can actually explore that relationship. We can explore, you know, just the untapped potential what Chibnall was had, but chose other ideas.
Yeah, because I mean, it's what Big Finish do best when you look at characters like Mel or the season 19 crew.
Mm,
There was always a lot of potential there, and Big Finish have really delved into that. And Big Finish is where these characters thrive, really.
mm.
Like, I enjoy those stories on TV as well, don't get me wrong, but there's something more character driven about what Big Finish does with them. Whereas on TV, sometimes, particularly when it's the fourth character TARDIS team, you can tell that the writer is struggling to find things for them to do. Characters get sidelined and stuff. And yeah, certainly we're getting 1 hour stories here. And I think the single doctor, single companion dynamic works much better for 1 hour stories
Hmm.
rather than, a bigger TARDIS crew like we had on TV, because we went straight from, the fam of Ryan, Graham, and Yaz to Yaz and Dan. And so
Yes.
here we're filling that gap between Revolution and
Flux.
Flux. And so you go into Flux, and you could tell there's a bit of tension between Yaz and the Doctor, with her constantly keeping things from Yaz and such. And so it would be nice if we get some of these stories where they're getting along well as well. That's always good to hear. But you also want a bit of character drama there too. And I think stories like Flames of Vulcan for Mel, things
Yes.
like that can really help these characters who were a bit more bland on TV, I say.
Yeah, because you need conflict for drama, and his characters have got an interesting relationship. I think what I want from this is I don't want dartboard stories straight away. I don't want,
Mm.
hey, let's have all these characters together. I think let's focus on these characters and the stories. Um, I think Big Finish now are doing great with long form storytelling, and like Dark Gallifrey, we've got sort of one story told across 3 releases. It would be great if we get something like that, or we can
It'd be
really,
nice to have an arc of sorts, wouldn't it? Still
yeah, like a
standalone
proper
stories, but
series.
yeah, something bubbling away underneath, which they have done very well with the 11th Doctor
Mm,
Chronicles. That was best of both worlds. It would be nice to have something like that for this, actually. I'd really rate that.
I think that would
Especially as
work.
we're getting it regularly, even
So
if
the
it's one
momentum
every
will
two
be
months.
there.
Yeah, carry on. I love that. I also love some more historical episodes. I think that's
Yes.
where 13 does quite well.
I think that's where the Chibnall era excelled in the historical settings.
Hmm. Yeah, and so more of that would be very nice. I wonder if we'll get to explore more of Yaz's family as well,
Mm,
because the actress who plays her sister has played a 12th Doctor companion alongside Jacob Tubman in the Chronicles, hasn't
yeah.
she?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so, Big Finish already have her there. So, I'm sure she'd be down to record with Mandip and Jodie again. So you could certainly do something more with that, get into Yaz's family a bit more. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the exciting thing because we weren't too keen on the TV era, but
Hmm.
we saw the potential, and I think now it's in Big Finish's hands. It'll be interesting to see their version of the 13th Doctor, because I think the 13th Doctor for me really excelled in expanded media like books like The Good Doctor. That's where I got, oh, that's who the character is, and I think Big
So now we're
Finish,
getting Jodie to do the
yes,
expanded media version of her Doctor. That'll be nice.
and it's
Yeah.
is she like the quickest Doctor to join Big Finish since leaving?
Oh, easily, I think.
Yeah, which I think we knew Jodie was going to be the next Doctor to join Big Finish, um,
Yeah.
and it's wonderful that it's happened so soon.
Hmm. I mean, she's never felt like she's left the role as such. She's been a great ambassador. I think with
Yeah,
Capaldi, like he's always been a great ambassador. He's wonderful. But as an actor, you can see he's always distanced himself from Doctor Who a bit.
yeah. I
And which
think
is
it's more his
completely
viewpoint
fair.
of the character, isn't it? That he's like, my Doctor's out there on adventure. You don't need me around.
Hmm. Yeah. But Jodie and Mandip as well, they've both been great ambassadors for the show since coming on board.
Hmm.
And I think they both had such a love and joy for working with each other as well. Similar to like David and Catherine,
Catherine.
part of
Hmm.
what lured them back to Big Finish was just getting to spend more time working together. And so here it feels very much like, two friends who really enjoyed their time together.
I think the joy will be infectious. And like, oh, just hearing Sagan Akinova's
Them getting to
theme.
bounce off each other in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great. And the behind the scenes will be an absolute hoot, I feel.
Mm. Yeah, hopefully get some extended extras
Yeah.
to hear more of them. I mean,
Um,
2025 looks to be the year of the Chibnall era on Big Finish, because you've also got Joe Martin's Fugitive Doctor, her own series starting in January, Sacha Dhawan's own series, Call Me Master, in February. And so it's seems to be the right time for Jodie to come on board as well, and for that to all explode into its own series.
yeah, and this is the exciting thing. Could we see those characters weaved into these 12 adventures somehow?
I hope so. I mean, you made an interesting point that it would be the first proper time of a new series Doctor meeting their new series Master on Big
Yeah.
Finish. Yeah, I mean, Michelle Gomez has been all over Big Finish, but there's no Capaldi yet.
Yeah.
David Tennant and John Sim have both done Big Finish, but not cross paths. And yeah, it would. I think there's room to squeeze some more stories in there with the Master facing
I
the
mean,
Doctor.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jodie features in Sacha Dhawan's box set, because Big Finish have got a habit of announcing stuff and then doing it a couple months before.
I mean, just now with the Fugitive Doctor, she's making her debut in Coda, the final act of Once and Future.
yeah, so I wouldn't be
which comes out
surprised
2 months before.
if we hear Jodie before July.
Maybe she's also in Once and Future's Coda.
Maybe she's a little cameo. I mean, technically, we've had 13th Doctor audios with like Masterful, but it'd be great to actually hear Jodie in a story.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
I'm so down. I'm very excited for it. Yeah, it just reminds you of like how exciting the show is and the love, Big Finish for the love of stories, and we'll happily listen to it.
Big Finish has done so much wonderful things with eras of the TV show that weren't quite as loved or aren't quite to my taste. So I'm down to see what they can do here with the 13th Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing but excitement from me right now, really,
Yeah.
which is, it wasn't what I expected when I thought of, an eventual Jodie announcement, because it always felt like something that would happen eventually. I don't think there was an if with this one; it was a when. But yeah, to actually see that news suddenly pop up midday on a Saturday,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm surprised by how excited I am.
I feel like it's
I'm
good
happy
doing
to
this
say.
chat because I feel like I'm starting to process it because I've sort of been in sort of that shock and excitement, and now I'm sort of
Mm.
grounding myself, going, okay, what do I want from this?
It's just a shame that we've got a year to wait.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part because I'm like, right, release it now. I want to hear it.
They've got at least one recorded, I believe.
Yeah,
The first one has a date of the 23rd of June, I want to say.
I wonder if that's written by Nick Briggs because he likes to be the first person to write for the new Doctors joining.
Yeah. Oh, 19th of June.
19th of June. Okay.
Not too long ago.
I'm surprised Jodie's not let it slip because she likes to spoil things.
I mean, maybe that's why they got around to it so soon.
Yeah, because I remember when I met her and asking like, "Would you do Big Finish?" She's like, "Hell yeah!" So here we are.
Yeah, she's kept her word to you there.
Yeah, well done, Jodes. I'll text you later and send you that $5 in the post for doing it.
I think Big Finish might be sending her a bit more than that. I hope Big Finish has sent her a bit more than that.
Well, she does it for the love of the show and the love of us fans, you know. And like you say, she's a wonderful ambassador for the show, and you can't knock her.
Yeah, you really can't. Yeah, thank you, Big Finish. Thank you, Jodie. Thank you, Randy.
Well, I'm not thank you, Big Finish, because you're making us part with our money. Yeah. But our lives will be enriched with new 13th Doctor and Yaz content.
Yeah, roll on a year's time. We're wishing our lives away at this point.
This is it. This is the thing with being a Big Finish fan. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts and what you'd want to see from the 13th Doctor and Yaz joining Big Finish. Do you want the dartboard approach? Do you want a series arc? Do you just want 13th Doctor and Yaz just to have fun? Let us know. It'd be interesting.
What classic monsters or friends or foes that they didn't meet on TV?
Yeah.
Do you think? Would you like to see them encounter on audio? Because there's certainly a few out there. Monoids.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's go for the obscure ones. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back for more Big Finish shenanigans very soon. So, bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.